Hey, parents of Western Civ students, Mr. Noble here checking in. Before we get to this week's content, I just wanted to do a little bit of housekeeping for you folks. I can always be reached by email. Any questions, comments, concerns, both about, like pedagogical strategies, since this is all pretty new to everyone, or with accessibility issues with regard to technology, or if, your students just having a hard time, like reach out. That's what I'm here for. Also, we're hosting weekly optional Zoom meetings, which is a chance to try and recreate the academic environment of school um, in an online format, which, usually I pick something from modern current events that relates to the content we're studying. Um, it's just fun. So, if you want your students to check that out, I'm sure reminding them would be helpful. Um, so this week we're studying World War One and the Treaty of Versailles, which if you ask the average layperson why World War One started, you probably will get a bunch of different answers, and some of them actually contributed to the start of the conflict, and some it really didn't. So we're going to look into what caused World War One and how the prosecution of the events of the Treaty of Versailles both complicated the history of Europe in the future, but also complicated the region of the Middle East and North Africa with really Western colonialism under a different name. So that's what we're going to look at in the direct instruction component. Document Lab is a little bit more of a why World War One still matters today document, with some focus on the Middle East. The film component for this week is a BBC documentary on the Russian Revolution, which is pretty fascinating. And finally, as an extension, we have sort of an audio uh, component of listening to an NPR story about the Middle East and how the Treaty of Versailles shaped the Middle East. I included that just because I think it's really fascinating. And that's about it. And I hope y'all are doing good. And yeah, I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks.